If you're a fan of the outer solar system, you definitely know Mimas. It's that tiny moon of Saturn.
The one that looks just like the Death Star.
Exactly. It's got that giant Herschel crater, which is, what, a third of the moon's entire diameter? It's just this perfect cosmic cliche.
It really is. And for decades, that's kind of all it was. We treated it like a cosmic zombie.
Right. Just battered, frozen solid, and geologically dead.
Completely. The assumption was any internal heat it ever had was gone billions of years ago.
So today, we're going to unpack this incredible discovery that Mimas isn't dead at all. It's a stealth ocean world hiding a huge liquid sea, and that just changes everything for the search for life.
The deception was its surface, that seemingly inert appearance. You look at it, and it's all ice, covered in craters.
And that one massive impact from the Herschel crater, it nearly destroyed the entire moon.
It nearly pulverized it. So yeah, everything about it just screamed frozen block of ice.
And this created a huge scientific puzzle, didn't it? The famous Mimas test.
It did, yeah. I mean, Mimas is actually closer to Saturn than Enceladus, which, is a very active moon.
So it should have more tidal heating. Way more.
Exactly. The gravitational pull from Saturn should be squeezing and heating its interior far more intensely. So the paradox was, why is this moon completely quiet?
No cracks, no geysers.
Zero surface activity. So the conclusion was simple, or so we thought. It must be completely frozen solid.
Okay, so if the surface is a total poker face, how do you even start to prove there's a massive ocean underneath? You obviously didn't drill a hole.
No. It all came down to data from the Cassini mission. We studied its movements, but on an incredibly fine scale.
You mean like its orbit?
Its orbit and also its rotation. We looked at its libration, which is just a tiny side-to-side wobble as it rotates.
Wow. Measuring a tiny wobble on a moon that's hundreds of millions of miles away, that just sounds unbelievably difficult.
It's a technical challenge for sure.
Yeah.
But here's the key. We also looked at its apsidal precession, which is a fancy term for how its orbit slowly shifts over a long time.
And a solid frozen moon would still move a bit, right?
It would, but the signature of the movement is what matters. The specific wobble we measured. It just wouldn't be possible if the moon was solid all the way through.
Ah, so it has to be slushy inside.
Not just slushy. The numbers could only be explained if there was a global liquid ocean separating the icy outer shell from the rocky core, an ocean maybe 20 to 30 kilometers down.
So the crust is essentially floating, decoupled from the core. That's amazing. It totally redefines what a habitable world might look like.
It really does. I mean, a geologically dead surface hiding a very active interior. It forces us to look beyond the obvious.
You know, that ability to look past the surface to find hidden potential, it actually reminds me of what our sponsor is doing.
It's a great parallel. We're focused on uncovering hidden water in the cosmos, and Embersilk is all about helping you uncover where AI agents can make the biggest impact for your business or your software.
So if you need help with automation or just figuring out where that hidden value is in your data, you should check out embersilk.com.
Now, getting back to Mimas, the biggest twist isn't just that there's an ocean, it's how old it is, or rather how young.
This is the part that unlocks the whole paradox, right? The age.
Precisely. The models show this ocean is a baby, cosmically speaking. It probably formed only 5 to 25 million years ago.
So it's brand new.
It's brand new, and that's the answer to why the surface is so quiet. We found that Mimas' orbit became much more elliptical very recently. It basically tripled in eccentricity.
So the tidal forces suddenly went into overdrive, generating all this new heat.
Exactly. That surge in friction and heating melted the interior ice, but because it happened so recently, there just hasn't been enough time for all those stresses to crack the surface.
So we're catching it right at the beginning of its life as an active world.
We are. We're looking at a nascent ocean, which is incredible because it gives us a window into how these ocean worlds first get started, how those water-rock interactions begin.
It's like a snapshot of the early days of Europa or Enceladus.
Yeah.
It's just inspiring.
It completely redraws the map for where we could find, habitable real estate. Mimas, this tiny battered little moon, proves you don't need geysers and cracks to have a liquid interior.
And that's the real takeaway here. Mimas suggests that the universe has water hidden in all sorts of unexpected places. It makes you think about all those other icy, supposedly dead moons.
Like the moons of Uranus or even objects way out in the Kuiper Belt.
We just have to look deeper. It suggests the possibilities for discovery are so much more abundant than we ever thought. If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.